Right.
So I always sang, instead of singing God Save the Queen, I always sang God Save My Mother and God Save My Mangoes. So those were my two favorite things.
Yeah. It must really help you though to navigate life, going to London, and then coming to Canada. Did you have another stop after London, between London and Canada? Do you have another stop?
No, no, I was back in Africa. I was teaching again. So
Okay.
I was only in England for 2 years, 80 to 82. Then I was in Tanzania, Mozambique, Zimbabwe. So, uh, so I was back in Africa. So it wasn't a big challenge in terms of going up and down. It felt like a television channels, uh, but as you when you live in London, you meet people from all over the world, so you continue with the friendship. But there was no email or internet or anything, so you write letters.
Right.
Yeah, it was letter writing. Uh, so that's how we communicated. I mean, I
Well,
never grew up in TV. That's another thing.
yeah,
I grew up without TV, and the first time I saw TV was when I was in London. But that didn't attract me
interesting.
much because I was more interested in talking to people. So the
Wow.
people
So it
were
was in your
my
30s
reality TV.
when
Sorry?
you first encountered. You were in your 30s when you first encountered TV.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
That's a little bit
1980.
like
So,
my own experience because I grew up in a household without TV, and it was unusual in our neighborhood. Everyone had a TV in their home, so I only saw TV when I went to my friends' homes, and in my home, we just had books and a stereo.
yeah, yeah, it's
Mhm.
the TV didn't attract me because it was one TV in the whole center where I lived. I lived
Mm,
in the
Mm.
Quaker house, so it was,
yeah.
but talking to people was more interesting than looking at the propaganda, news propaganda. Yeah,
Yeah. I agree with you though, because um, you can learn so much about world history by just listening to people.
yeah,
You can really know who they are, who they were, their passion, their interest by even just looking at their body language. So it's really amazing, and it reminded me that um, having to think like a physics and a medical statistics, you have cultivated all these amazing skills. And so for you to transition to another thing, and it came probably much easier than most people probably are doing, right? Because you
yeah.
have this creativity in you already.
Yeah, that helped, you see, because as I said, luckily the internet and all the jazz wasn't there. Like if I'd gone from Tanzania to England, where Tanzania didn't have internet or anything, and then I landed up in London with all these technologies around, I would probably be lost.
Yeah.
But even when we were in when I was in England, we were writing our thesis using the typewriter. So the typewriter in England and typewriter in Tanzania was the same brand. Uh, so in many respects, life wasn't very